Your first year?
Oh yeah, I mean every team's got new kids and stuff like that, so it's always fun because you get new kids and new adjustments and things along that line. So if you don't like it now and you don't think every season's unbelievable, then you need to get out.
Is momentum being built, through into the offseason? I mean, you guys went on a run down the stretch last year. Can you carry that momentum? I know it's a different team and whatnot, but what you did last year?
Yeah, our motto is always earn, never given. And no matter what happened last year, it doesn't help you this year, except for experience. And we got great experience on both offense and defensive line, so that's the momentum we're hoping really is going to carry us through this year.
I understand that you guys are still rather young from
Yes.
what you have been.
Yep.
How does that hurt, help, benefit you at all? I mean,
Well, as a coaching staff, what we decided to do was slow things down for the first week or two and really worry a lot about technique and things like that and slowing down the playbook, dumbing it down a little bit so that the younger guys can kind of get up to speed and make sure they're doing it the right way and not just running the route, but running the route the way they're supposed to run it. So we've slowed things down for that perspective.
You lost a playmaker at quarterback last year, but looks like you got some very suitable options. How do you feel just about that room?
That's still working itself out. I think that they're making some good strides. We had a good camp for the last 3 days. They both looked really good. We're still giving them reps, and we'll see who starts out. And really, the scrimmage is going to be really important for our quarterbacks.
I guess there's nothing to hang your hat on losing to the eventual state champ like you did last year. Just do goals change when the teams look different, or maybe you guys internally maybe feel you can't get there, but do the goals change still at all?
No, the goal is still to win the state championship, and we preached that right at the bat. No matter what, that's what our championship. We're at the level now. It's not about, of course, we want to win the league. Of course, we want to do everything that we can to do that. But state championship is the level of football we play here, and that's what we expect to do.
How do you just get kids to continue to buy into that program and that message too, that this program is a state championship caliber?
Well, the good thing is we won the state's last 2 out of 3 years. And so I should say, last 2 out of 4 years. And so a lot of these kids have been part of that Ford Field experience. And so they've kind of felt it, and they know that our expectations is that. So even though we had a kind of a struggle during the season last year, we still went to the regional finals. And so we know no matter what, when we get to the playoffs, we're playing much bigger schools during the season. When we get to the playoffs, we're playing more people our size, so that usually benefits a little bit.
How about you? What did you learn, self-reflecting from your coaching job last year to what you want hoping to maybe implement or change this year?
I think, going for the first year where things were, I don't want to say easy, but seemed fairly easy because we had a pretty experienced group. And I think last year you earned that you have to always get back to the basics and don't take anything for granted. And after the first couple games, I think we really dug in as a coaching staff to really focus back and got us back on the right track.
We all love high school football, but what makes the Friday Night Lights so fun and special for you weekly?
For doing it for 30 years on a Friday night, and I can't imagine not being on the sidelines on a Friday night just because the excitement, the school, the band, the cheerleaders, the whole atmosphere of the school, the alumni coming back, when you're walking around and you see, hey, I'll see you Friday night. It just puts a great feeling in your stomach.
Xavier Luia, Xavierluea.
You're a senior?
Yes.
So I guess just from what I've understood, your role last year maybe not indicative of what they were maybe hoping for, and there's a lot of expectations for you this year from what I've heard. Just how excited are you to get back at it now?
I'm really excited to try a new position this year. I know a lot of things switched up from last year, and really my vision for football is more what I'm seeing this year. So I'm hoping to really fulfill what I was thinking to do more this year than opposed to last year.
So what was the position change? What were you last year to now?
So last year I was a tight end and D end, but then towards the end of the year I just started like D end more as I was like, it was like my hand, and then I went out, and then I went back in with D end, and it was really fun. But this year I'm more like a 4, so more catching, running, and I think that suits me better.
I guess, how have you seen yourself improve in that role in the offseason to now?
I guess a lot of it is my confidence, probably. Before, I hadn't really played much football except for when I was younger, and so my hands, like, more just being sure of where the ball is catching and just getting the routes more down as opposed to last year.
Obviously, it matters who's throwing you the football, but it looks like you guys got 2, 3 very capable guys there. Just how confident are you in that room? Whoever comes.
I'm a lot more confident than last year. Last year there was a lot of switching around. This year we have a lot more solid with Alex and Lucas, especially. I'm a lot more confident they can get me the ball, so that's really great to know that.
It's a pretty young team, from what I've been told. You're one of the lone seniors, I guess. Do you sense kind of a heightened role for you now on this team?
Yeah, as I move up to the senior, there's only, like you said, a few of us, and a lot of the juniors are up there, so I'm just going to have to rise up with the other guys to try to lead the younger guys coming up, freshmen, sophomore and stuff.
You guys went on a tear last year. I mean, there's no shame in losing to the eventual state champ like you did, but how do you kind of build off of that? Do you kind of take that momentum into this year if you can?
Yeah, we take that because obviously we started out rough last year. We came back, turned it around, and ended up finishing strong, but you know, we'd always want to finish even stronger than last year. So I think we'll take that to this year to really empower us to go even farther this year.
Maybe a little less experience, I guess, on this year's team, but nothing changes, I'm sure, with the belief and what you guys believe you can do this year. Does that at all?
Not much at all. We yeah, like I said, we just take the energy of trying to carry on what the seniors there and just improving off of that even.
I guess just for you two, what's the excitement level as you kind of sense week 1 coming? How excited do you guys feel more and more with each practice?
We definitely sense it. We definitely start feeling it. There's not much like feeling the sense of the first game coming up. I know there's a lot of mixed emotions and like we're not all sure of on the same page, but we're all going to be there with that energy on the first game day. We'll all be ready.